Waiting to be ready is killing your dreams. If you are willing to launch that new program, willing to leave your corporate job, willing to bet on you, success is right around the corner. Hello and welcome to the Wealthy Entrepreneur Podcast. This is a space where Eddie and I get real on everything health, wealth, and relationships and share the down and dirty details on how we went from working 12-hour days and multiple jobs to six-figure months working our famous 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. The Wealthy Entrepreneur is our real talk, the unedited version of us sharing the struggles, the successes, and tips and tricks on how we did it, how we created wealth. So, if you like real, you want to be motivated, and you want to leave a podcast with simple things you can implement into your life, hit subscribe and listen in as we tell our story and the stories of others living their wealthiest lives. Here we go. Good morning.
Hello. I'm Eddie.
I'm Allie, and this is the Wealthy Entrepreneur Podcast.
That's so good.
I know, it does sound really good.
Yeah,
but I also want to clarify, we spell wealthy, W-E-L-L, and there's so many reasons
Capital
for that.
W-E-L-L.
Yes. And there's so many reasons for that, right? It's about finding the balance. So many people are just sick and tired of this hustle culture, or they don't even know they're in it, but they're longing for and lacking just time for self, time to enjoy, time to actually experience the fruit of a successful business and or step into a successful business because they're so busy working harder that they're not actually achieving anything.
Not enough time to enjoy life.
No,
Consuming yourself with too much work and then not being able to enjoy what you created.
Yeah. This morning, this is totally off topic, but this morning we wanted to record our podcast first thing in the morning, quite early. We're about an hour and a half behind, but this actually shows the value of actually setting up your life and your lifestyle the way you want to be experiencing it. We live on the ocean. My parents live on the ocean. They have, quick story, they've got this, I don't even know what they're called.
It's a buoy where you can anchor.
Yeah.
Like you can anchor your boat or a dock or floating dock.
So they've got one of those like way out there.
Came loose in the middle of the night.
Came loose and
drifted away.
Yes.
Far away.
We could have whole other stories on the comedy hour of that. But he said, hey, I need help. Can you guys help me? And there's nothing in our business that we cannot be flexible with, that we cannot be like, hey, yeah, you know what? Let's pack up, let's get into the boat and let's go track this thing down and bring it back. Yeah. So, it's about building a business that is supportive of the lifestyle. And it's really about what wealthy entrepreneurship is all about. It's, it started for us wanting to have more time with our kids. I always make a joke. We even did a podcast.
I wanted more time with my wife. I'm not really sure about the kids, but
actually you did a lot more time with them.
I was like, I need more time with my wife, so I'm going to cut my work in half.
I wanted more time with my kids, and I make a joke that I got more time with my dogs because they're the ones who actually
more time with the dogs and less time with me.
I know.
What the heck happened there? That plan didn't work out too well.
Okay, that's another.
Get that dog.
I know. Yeah, actually, if you are a family with dogs, I'm sure any spouse can say back and forth that the dogs get more love than them.
They do. Dogs are just dogs, and they just want affection. It doesn't matter how many you get.
It's just give it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They give it. It's just constant giving, and
yeah,
it's like me.
No, but dogs don't want something in return. They just want.
They just want love. I know, it doesn't matter. It's just
not like messing with you. But kind of, because when you come in and like give love, I'm usually like, what does he want?
What did he do?
or what did he do?
What happened?
Yeah. What we actually wanted to talk about today is actually getting started though, right? So you want this business, you want to live this wealthy life, you want to have enough income to support the things that you
like your lifestyle. You want to make that income.
Yeah.
To have a comfortable lifestyle.
And, we can look at the whole economic state and how that's actually, that number is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If you are in Canada, or
wherever,
or quite, yeah, it is
all over the world.
Some majority of the states, Europe, all of these countries, cost of living has gone up dramatically.
Skyrocket.
So looking at, never mind just the lifestyle you want to live, but that number actually needs to grow. But what we're doing is we are not growing with, we're not growing in our vision of what that looks like. We're not growing in our worthiness of achieving a certain income. And we're seeing so many people stuck in one of two patterns, stuck in their own business or their own career, and they don't have the capacity or the diversity to be able to grow it. They don't even have the bandwidth to be able to grow it. You can't hire somebody. You're too busy trying to get clients and try to serve clients to look at a bigger picture of what you want to experience.
You're just scrambling to just keep going.
Yeah. And then on the other side of that, there's people who are working a corporate job, are at this place where they're just exhausted now, or it's not, filling them up, fueling them. Their work hours are getting longer. Their wage isn't increasing as much as cost of living. They're just in this cycle of like, there's got to be flipping more to this.
Yeah, there has to be more to life.
Right?
It's weird. Like quitting clients have actually quit their corporate jobs because it was dragging them down to the depths of hell.
Yeah.
And it wasn't serving them any purpose.
And we're not saying everybody who's working in corporate, no, but we're saying that didn't work for our life, and it's not working for many of our clients. Right? So we're stuck in these two patterns. We're stuck in the one that we don't know how to grow our business. We are working. So instead of, looking at how to diversify or looking how to restructure, we're just working harder because we've been all taught.
And you're stressing out.
We've all been taught that if you just work harder, you will be successful. Simply not true.
I mean, I grew up that way too.
All of us. Yeah, I think all of us are definitely the vast majority have grown up with the mindset that harder means more successful, but we're not there anymore, right? We're actually not there anymore because the people who are working, not that everyone isn't working hard, we are working hard, but we are working strategically and we're working intentionally. And then again, on the other side of that, we've got the people in corporate who are trying to build the side business. Like, when is that moment that you pull the plug and jump over? When is it that I can actually say, hey, like, I am a
entrepreneur. Yeah. And I want to work my side hustle as my main hustle. And I don't know, maybe just worried because you're thinking that your side hustle might not be able to support.
Yeah. When is that time where you get to step into and fully embrace? And we're waiting for this perfect time. We're waiting for this perfect time where that time is all of a sudden magically going to open up because we get there. There is no there.
Yeah. A Netflix series you're watching the first couple episodes, you're thinking like, this is going to be good. And then you think it's going to be good, but then it doesn't end up good. Actually, you just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like a series that's never ending seasons.
Yeah. So you're in these seasons, but because you're waiting for something to get better, but you're not the one making it better. And it is our responsibility. But with that, it's also recognizing we are stuck in this place of half-assed opportunities or half-assed creations. We have a million ideas, right? We all have a million ideas. Ed and I were chatting about this the other day as we launched Becoming Wealthy. Becoming Wealthy is our heart-led program. Yeah. But how many offers have we launched over the past, let's just say 10 years?
Quite a few.
A lot.
Yeah, quite a few.
We've launched so many that actually, if I started writing them down, there'd be 100. Yeah. There'd be 100 over the last 10 years. But I could name probably 4. I'll say 4 that have really built up the foundation of our business. But so if we have launched 100 and 4 I can actually name that generated income, that means we have 96 failures.
Yeah, 96.
Okay. And I use quotations for those of you who are, listening on audio only, but it's like 90. Well, yeah, because 96 failures, but those failures have led to our successes.
That's right.
And but if I also look at those 96, many of them we half created, 3/4 created, half-ass launched, or just didn't have our energy behind them. And that's with so many of us, right? We have these ideas and it's like, oh my gosh, I just want to do this. I just want to, or on the other side of that, which one? I've got so many. What do I do? I've got so many ideas. I'm good at so many things, right?
But with Ali and I, when we think of ideas, we do them. I feel like it's in our blood to just keep doing what we can. And
You know what?
we-
I
we-
shouldn't
we-
even push against that because I'm scared to fail. Sure. Like,
yeah,
if
of
I
course,
look
I'm
at the
scared to
first,
fail, but I meant like failure is like part of the learning process too.
yeah, it is
You know,
totally part of the
even
learning.
today, we have a few things up our sleeves right now that we're working
Oh,
on,
yeah.
right? And we're constantly
Recreating.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like I have an idea too that's totally out of my, I guess.
It's out of the typical space that we have been in for
but
many
I'm gonna
years.
try it, and I'm gonna.
Because it's an idea and it's an energy. And that's the heart behind today's conversation is it's not about owning everything at once. It's about owning something out of those 100 ideas you have, or maybe you are the person who's just got one, right? But you're scared to start because you're scared of the failure. Step
Totally.
into it, own that piece, because that piece is what is going to bring you forward. It's going to allow you to take those steps. And until you take steps, you cannot physically see what new fork is in the road for you.
Totally.
And that's the thing about our 96 other programs or launches or ideas. They've led us to the next one. Because
I was just going to say it led us to another idea. And then that became a fork, and that led us to another idea.
And, there's pros and cons to that, right? Because you can constantly be launching without completion, or you can learn from it. And something we often ask ourselves when we are in a transition point of an idea is, am I running from something or to something? Am I running from that idea because it seems too hard? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared that it's going to be judged. And so some other new bright, shiny star has come up. Or has that idea led you to something and opened up a road, opened up an opportunity? So now you've got something else incredible to grow because of your investment of time, energy into that first idea. We want to make sure that we are going for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to go for it. I want you, because
you never know. You just never know. Like, especially if you have the heart to, you have your heart on a goal. You keep pushing forward. You never know what can come out of it.
Yeah, you never know what can come out of it. So it's like looking at what is that thing that's on your heart. So many people are feeling discontentment right now. They're feeling like they're just in this season of the world is transitioning around them, but they're like anchored to who they have been and what they were, and aren't sure how to transition from that, aren't sure how to take that idea, that passion, that desire, purpose to help or reach more people. They don't know how to take that and become something else, to grow into a new version of themselves. And nothing is going to change today until you change it. There is not going to be this magic opportunity. And sure, okay, you can throw back that there's these random people that have had some luck. Luck happens because they took a step forward. Okay. Luck happens because they positioned themselves, they did different things. You need to be the person to do that. If you believe in yourself, you are going to have success. But belief is tough, right? You failed yesterday. You didn't do it yesterday.
You're not a quitter.
You're not a quitter. We're not.
Everybody fails, but they, for some people, they don't quit. They just keep going and going.
Yeah. There is no success without failure. And I really actually don't want our conversation today to be about like failing and falling. It's really about doing. Conversation today is about owning that idea, owning that one thing. Leave all the other 100 behind, leave all the other 96 behind, or 99 behind.
Just put them on the back burner for a little
Write
bit.
them on a piece of paper so you
might
know
go
them.
back to them.
Yes. But what is that one thing? What are the steps that you can take? What is the support you can put in place? I tell you one thing, the ideas we've succeeded on have had support in place.
Yeah. Hire a coach.
Yeah.
Hire us. I'm just saying it's a great idea, especially actually it's the number one best idea is to hire a coach mentor, because we did it.
It's a game changer.
Total game changer.
Someone who's gone before you can help support you to get there. And
and it's an investment.
It is.
It's a huge investment into your business. You need support. You need to learn from someone that's already done it.
Yeah. The first where we hired mentorship, we spent $100,000 on mentorship that year. $100,000.
Maybe a little bit more.
No, it was 100.
Was it about 100?
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a million. Just joking.
No, but
But
and the best money that we spend.
and I remember even when we first hired, I was like, what? A coach? Why do we need a coach? You know what I mean?
We
Like,
are coaches.
we're
We are.
just like, you know, I'm sure you guys are thinking the same thing. No, I could do this myself. I know exactly. Sure. It was the same. I was like, oh, Ali, I don't know. Should we be spending that money? I wasn't even thinking of looking at it as an investment.
No, and I was.
Totally.
But that's our brains work slightly different.
Yeah.
But it's also why we have these conversations, because we do think differently. And
Mhm.
you know, putting the support in place is actually going to A, shorten the time if
Totally.
they're the right person,
Yeah.
and B, going to help navigate you through the challenges and resistances that you will experience.
Mhm.
Really, a good coach or mentor is going to help you to get to the result and help you get to the result in a shorter period of time.
Even above what you were expecting
Oh,
to get
always
to,
above.
way above.
Yeah. None of that gets to happen. None of that is even on the table or an opportunity until you are willing to say, hey, I'm going to do this one thing, this first thing that's on my page. Write your ideas out. What is that one thing that really lights you on fire?
Yeah.
Maybe you already have a business, but there's this thing that's been burning on the back of your head, but you feel you don't have the capacity, the bandwidth, even the know-how
Yeah.
to be able to do it. You get to focus on that. The other
Mhm.
person who's got their corporate career going and they've got this side hustle. Within that side hustle, what is the one thing within that you want to focus on, put energy into? Be all in, like dog with a bone,
Mhm.
because that's the thing that may be the one to kind of create for you that first step to creating wealth and you know, freeing up some time in your life to attracting in amazing clients. Or it may be the thing that takes you
Mhm.
to the one that is.
Yeah.
But you're never going to know unless you start. We're so trapped in the cycle of our million ideas, but scared to make any ideas a reality.
Yeah. You got a bunch of little ideas.
Yeah. And we want to see you step into that because the world is transitioning.
Totally.
The biggest Fortune 500 companies or the biggest companies in the world were built during these times.
Yeah.
This is your time where everybody else is pulling in and holding things tight. The people with the ideas and the passion and the creation are actually making their plays right now.
Yeah.
And we want to see you make your plays right now.
Right now.
We want to see you in the next month, in the next 6 months, the next year, in the next 10 years, living a completely different life because you said yes to yourself. You said yes to what you want to be experiencing. That's what it's all about,
Yeah.
right? It's
Totally.
like, but it takes you. We can talk about becoming wealthy and our wealthy entrepreneur mastermind till like all day long,
All day long.
right? And we know that people are going to say yes to it, but we want you to say yes to it. And that might not be with us. That's like in theory.
We hope it would be.
Yeah, of course. If we're supposed to work together, we will though,
Yeah.
right? But we want you to put that support in place because it's a game changer in what you want to
Yeah.
do. We want you to first though, own that idea, share it, put it on social media, share it with your spouse, share it with your friend.
Share it.
Because when we do that, putting a level of self-accountability
I
in
do that
place.
with everything.
Yeah.
Everything I want that I'm working on, well, Ali and I'll share it.
Yeah, he does. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want
No,
to.
don't. I'll share it. And then
Yeah.
we end up doing it. It's just one of these things that keeps us accountable.
And some people might say, have said in the past, like, oh, you said this, like, you're not doing that. Yeah, okay, that one didn't actually pan out, but I'm doing the next one. The
Yeah.
other person has never said anything. They've only thought about the 100 things and never
Yeah.
actually made moves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, make moves. The person who's judging you that you're worried about isn't making moves. So let them judge. It's like
Those are the ones that judge you the most, the ones that are just sitting there watching
you make moves.
but not commenting, but watching you. And then also once they think that you're failing, they'll comment on something
Yeah.
while they're sitting on their couch.
So it really, again, and I'm a little bit more, actually, no, I'm not maybe more sensitive. I used to be though.
Yeah.
I definitely used to be.
We
But
gotten over it real quick.
yeah, because the thing is we are making moves and we are going to fall and we're going to fall again,
You're gonna fall.
but it's okay.
It's
But
actually okay.
but-
This is what Ali and I love to do. And these things this is what we're gonna keep doing. It doesn't really matter if we fail or not. We don't look at it as a failure. We look at it as a lesson.
Yeah.
It's just a lesson, a part of the journey. It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
If like my father-in-law says, you know what, if you don't fail, you don't have nothing to talk about.
Oh.
Nothing to talk about.
Yes. Yeah. And actually that
Nothing,
happened.
nothing very interesting to talk
Going back
about.
to the buoy this morning,
Yeah.
when some funny things happened out there. Like I said, we could do a whole
He said
podcast.
Perfect line.
Yeah. And I can't remember exactly how we worried it, but if these things didn't happen, we'd have nothing to talk about.
We'd have nothing to talk about.
Right. And it
I'm
is
just
so
like,
true.
damn, that's true.
Yeah.
If everything was perfect, what the hell are we going to talk about?
You know what? I'm going to tell another story from that because we've got a child who will not take a nice picture. Like, will not take a nice picture. His face, hides it. He does weird,
He'll
like,
put his hoodie on like he's
yeah,
like a grim
or he'll do
reaper.
like,
Or he won't look in the camera. He'll make like weird faces and
Yeah.
he just won't smile. He hates being on camera.
But over the past, well, our kids are like almost all in
They're not
their,
kids anymore.
they're all late teens and 20s.
Yeah.
But when we look back at the pictures, we never look and laugh at the normal pictures.
I
We
know.
look and laugh
At
so
this-
hard at the
yeah.
stupid
the,
pictures.
the most obnoxious picture.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we actually like. Oh, we did this.
Yeah.
And it's
But at
just
the
like,
moment, we were like, oh my gosh. This
yeah,
is
at the moment, just smile. But then you think back, like, you know what? Who cares? Let the kid be like that. It's just like, I gotta admit, I was irritated at first. I just wanted him to smile. You know, everybody else is smiling, but he's like, he's got a weird look to his face. But now you look back,
Those are
It's
the
like-
memories. Those are the memories. That's
Those
your
are the same
business.
thing. Yes.
That's
the
your
same
business.
thing.
That's your journey.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not going to be all pretty. Pretty is flipping boring.
That is boring.
Yeah.
You know, you could talk, you become successful, sorry. You're going to think back, hey, remember the time we did that one? It was like, it was a crash and burn. It was just like,
Yeah. But it led to,
where you are now. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, we've made mistakes, but
Yeah.
we've learned to capitalize on those mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, we were making like, even when during the pandemic, when it first, everybody was shut down,
Mhm.
everything was shut down. You know, Ali, what Ali and I decided to do,
What did we decide to do?
we decided, okay, so we end up hiring mentors that we've been following, hired them during the pandemic, and we exploded.
Yeah.
We exploded. We tripled, quadrupled.
Because we did the opposite of what everybody else was doing.
People said, don't travel. We traveled. Don't start a business. We started another business.
Another one.
Another
Yeah.
one. And it just kept on going. Don't like, we spent thousands on our mentor. But the thing is,
Yeah.
we made the investment back so quick, and we're like, I'm just saying, we're making like over 100K months
Yeah.
during the pandemic.
But yeah. But also again, like those things, it's about growth, but it's about the
Growth.
fluctuation, but it's really recognizing that we are not more talented. We are not smarter. The person next to you or the person you're watching is not more smarter. So clearly you're not smarter or more talented. It's just about saying yes. It's about recognizing that you are going to fall, you're going to get back up. But what we want to share in this message is focus in on that idea.
Yeah.
Focus in on that space where you want to serve and help and it lights you on fire, and then put the support in place.
Mhm.
If it's not us, whatever.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, that means we weren't meant to work together and we couldn't support you anyway.
Mhm.
But find somebody.
Mhm.
And if it is us, maybe it's a conversation with us that leads to the next thing. But like, let's start supporting one another. Let's start encouraging people's ideas. I don't know why J-Lo came to my mind. Love J-Lo, but she doesn't need your likes and appreciation anymore. But the people around you who are growing businesses, go give love first to other people growing businesses. And in that, it's going to fuel you to do the same.
Mhm.
You want love, you want growth, you want, go give it. Go ask for help. Go put your hand up.
Mhm.
You are capable. If you leave with nothing else in this message, you are capable of growing, of being successful, of having that vision that
Mhm.
is in the back of your mind that you have deemed yourself not worthy of.
Mhm.
You are worthy of that.
Totally.
You are worthy of an abundance, unlimited success.
We love seeing people succeed. Honestly, we love it. Every time we're on our social media and we
Yeah.
see people like, you know, we congratulate right away because it's something that we love. We love when
Yeah.
humans, like individuals, reach up and like reach out and pull you up with them.
Yes.
You know, there's people that's going to reach out to you and pull you down towards them. Those are the people that
Aren't making
don't,
moves.
they don't matter. They shouldn't matter to you.
Yeah.
You know, like the people that matter to you, are the ones that are succeeding in life all the time and not scared to be uncomfortable and not scared to be
Vulnerable. Yeah.
vulnerable.
There's people who are having, actually, that's a good way you can know who to lean into, because the people that are having greater success in you will always put out their hand and pull
Totally,
you up with them. The
totally.
people that are not having as much success as you are going to reach out their arm and try to pull you down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you can measure it. But I just, again, we want to encourage you today. We want to encourage you today. Write down all your ideas, brain dump them, because I know you've got them. But I also know one of them is going to light you on fire when you look at them. Circle it. Or if it doesn't, like, close your eyes, pin the tail on a donkey, choose one and go with it, because that's the one you're supposed to go with.
Yeah.
Okay. That. And then find somebody who's having greater success than you in that space.
Yeah. And
Reach
don't be scared
out
to reach
to
out.
them.
Don't be. It has
Reach
nothing.
out to them.
Has nothing to do with your ego or anything like
No.
that. Reach out, because that person that's already gone through that journey
Yeah.
is going to be able to help you.
Yeah.
And get to your journey quicker.
Totally. And many people push back. Well, I don't have the money to invest. Great. Nobody does. Even
Nobody
the person
does.
making the $1 billion doesn't have the money to invest. Okay. Nobody does. It's whether you're willing or not willing.
Mhm.
Okay. Not ready or not ready. People think, well, I have to be ready. It's not about being ready.
Yeah.
It's about being willing.
Yeah.
And if you are willing to put yourself out there, if you are willing to put yourself on the ledge, if you're willing to invest in that idea, that vision, that goal, that lifestyle you want, you'll succeed. I
You'll
guarantee
succeed.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You'll
Motivation.
be living your lifestyle like no other.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what we want for you.
Yeah.
It's about being willing. And actually, that's going
And
to be
that
now
that
the title
that
of today's.
that is wealth to us, is living how we want to live.
Yeah.
It's not about financial or anything like that. It's like healthy lifestyle, healthy within your heart, like your soul and everything else.
Yeah.
That's wealth to us, and being able to do what we like this morning, getting on a boat to help my father-in-law
Yeah.
grab that buoy that went drifting into Gilligan's Island. Who
Yeah.
knows? You know what I mean? Like,
Our
it's
morning
just-
was able to start off with a funny story,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what we want for you.
Yeah.
And we want you to be able to have the financial security to be able to support that lifestyle.
Yes, for sure.
Be willing, go after
willing.
it, send us a message. Again, let's just start conversations. I want to actually fill up my calendar. And normally I don't want to do this, but I actually want to fill up my calendar with conversations
Mhm.
with people who are stuck in their business stagnancy and or in a corporate job that they're looking to transition. I want to have conversations with you. Let's do this together. Ready? High five. Whoop, whoop. Okay, thanks. Talk to
Bye-bye.
you later. Let's all get wealthy.
Thank you for joining the Wealthy Entrepreneur Podcast. Eddie and I love having you and love going on this journey with you. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to send us in any questions or topics of conversation you'd like to address. Remember, nothing is off limits and everything is all about building business and creating the lifestyle of our dreams.